And we're live. Thanks for coming back, guys. I want to talk to you today about Law 16 from the 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. And Law 16 is essentially using absence as a way of gaining power, maintaining power. So let me get into it. Law 16 is the more present that you are, the more common that you appear. Create an air of scarcity around yourself to increase your perceived value. If you currently exist within an established group, intermittently withdraw so that others talk about you and admire you more. Now, I picked Law 16 in particular because I follow Robert Greene, and I was going through his social media and I saw he was talking about using absence. That if, and I want to share with you guys a story of how I use this in my career and how you can use it too. Um, but he was sharing a story of like a man who was pursuing a woman. He liked her, and he was constantly like asking her, asking her, asking her. He was around her, to the point where it wasn't there was no perceived high value of him. And so what he said was that when the woman called him, if he didn't answer the call right away, if he waited a day, that you were in the thoughts of that person. Now this is his perspective, and he states again lots of historical um, scenarios where it occurred. But I want to share with you guys where I saw Law 16, or how I used it and how I saw it very powerful. Now, starting in a career in sales, um, you're very available. What do I mean by that? You don't have appointments. You don't have any meetings, or minimal. Your schedule's completely wide open. So when you're talking to a customer or a client or somebody, that potential business partner, etc., and you're trying to meet with that person or talk to, oh yeah, when are you available? If you just say I'm available anytime, just let me know when it is, it seems like you're not busy. And people want to work with people who are busy, successful, doing things. You need to get on a schedule. Yesterday I got to meet Bedros Koulian from Fit Body Bootcamp, and he lives by a schedule. Everything is on his appointment. If you are not on his appointment, he's not going to answer your call. He's not going to reply to your text until he schedules that time to do so. You can say that's a little extreme. Well, living by a schedule, I think there's a lot to that. But going back to Law 16, what I began to do was I began to offer two potential appointment times. I wouldn't just say, hey, I'm available all week. You let me know the day. You let me know the time. No, I would say I can do Wednesday or I could do Friday at 10 a.m. And I would let them reply to me. See, that's something I've had several people ask me, like, how do I reply to this email with an appointment time? How do I reply to this text to set up an appointment? You provide two options. Three is too many, one is too little. Provide two options. You say, I can do Wednesday or I can do Friday, 10 a.m. And then let them come back to you with a proposed time or changing the time. Like, oh, I can do Wednesday, but I can't do 10. I can only do 12. Let me see if I can move something, or let me see if I can fit that in my calendar, my schedule. You're not, it's not like the fake it till you make it, but it's creating a presence and an absence. See, early on in my career, when I would get called with an opportunity, a lead, a referral, I was answering my phone constantly. I mean, I was literally like, if you called me, I was answering. If I was in the bathroom, I found a way to answer. I was always answering my phone. But I noticed that that wasn't good. See, it's good that you're available, but when you create an absence, when you create scarcity, it shows more power. It shows that this person is influential. they're not just always available. Think about it. Think about somebody influential to you. Think about it. Could be a public person, an influencer, it could be someone in your family, very influential. They're not always available. They have things that they're getting done. They're busy, they're on a schedule, etc. That scarcity creates an image of power. And with Robert Greene, he's saying use it to your advantage. Another time, not only with customers, but I also became available only at certain periods, certain days to the people that I worked with. So before I used to be available any day, but what I began to do was I would say, I'm available um, on Wednesdays and on Fridays. I did the same thing. And so when people were like, "Hey Mike, can you come in on a Monday or this or that?" I'm over, my time is on Wednesday and on Friday. And I stuck to it religiously. Not only did it show like accountability, like, hey, he's gonna show up on that date and time, but it also created absence, scarcity. I wasn't always available. I'm available on these times. And so if you are negotiating with somebody, or if you have a relationship with somebody, let's talk business, right? Let's use these 48 laws of power in a business setting. Set some sort of scarcity. Don't always be extremely available at everybody's beck and call, because then you're not earning respect that way. You're like, oh, they'll always be available, this and that. No, they may be available, and maybe it takes you a day to reply if it's not an urgent matter. Maybe it takes you an hour to reply. Maybe you don't answer immediately. And that puts you in a better power position. And if you use that to your advantage, I think that it could be really, really powerful. Good luck, guys.